morning, everyone. Welcome back to the online class. As today, I'm gonna start a new chapter that is from your Honeycomb book, okay? The NCERT book, in which we are going to start the eighth chapter of this book, that is fire, friend, and a foe. Means friend be a fire, and sometime it is a enemy. Okay, foe means enemy. So, before you read, just tell me what a fire is both useful and dangerous. We all know about it. Yes, when in winter season we fire wood, then it gives us relief. But once it will burn continuously, and when it catches fire somewhere in clothes or somewhere which is really harmful, right? So it is dangerous for us. Okay, even a cloth can burn everything. The fire is friend also, and fire is foe means enemy also. What is fire? Can you tell me what is fire? So it is a chemical reaction in which energy in the form of heat is produced. Means some means yellow heat is blowing out from some chemical reaction. Okay, energy in the form of energy. Energy is coming out in the form of heat. Okay, and it has a yellow color. That's why means that is known as a fire. Okay, how do we discover it? So, in earlier stages, we have seen how we discovered fire. When an early man rubbed two stone together, it strikes. It gave some some spark, which considered as the when it catches to the wood, it catches fire, and from there we known as that it is a fire. And how we control it, we can control it with our careful means by having more careful for having fire, keep this fire things and the fire away from the children, and that's why we can control fire, and even the damages or uncertainty we can stop from in our environment. So now let's continue this chapter. Early man didn't know what was fire, but he must have seen the damage it could cause. He must have watched lightning and volcanoes long before he began to use fire himself. Fire was powerful and dangerous, and he was frightened. Yes, like other animals, earlier, early humans were also afraid of this fire because they didn't know about this fire, and they have seen only in the form of lightning and only in the form of volcanoes. So they didn't know about the consumptions of this fire, how to consume, how to use this fire. Okay, and they fire was very useful and dangerous, and this early man were frightened too. Fire may have puzzled early man, but we now know that fire is the result of a chemical reaction. Yes, earlier it was considered that we something early man had did, but now we know that it is the chemical reaction. When the oxygen in the air combines with the carbon and hydrogen in a fuel, a chemical reaction takes place. Energy in the form of heat and light released in the process. This is what we call fire. So the definition is itself given here. What is fire? So the fire is a chemical reaction which um, when it comes in contact with the oxygen है ना, or it combines with the carbon dioxide and hydrogen in a fuel, a chemical reaction take place, and energy के form में heat or light जब produce होता है, that is known as fire. Energy in the form of heat and light is released. This process is known as fire. Okay, so remember, I will ask you, what is fire? What you will say to me? Fire is a chemical reaction or energy which is coming out in the form of heat and light. Okay, which is coming out in the form of heat and light. And what are the combination? The combination of oxygen in the air combines with the carbon dioxide and hydrogen, okay, in a fuel, and that catches, means that energy when it comes with the chemical reaction, that is known as fire. Okay, three things are needed to make fire, that is fuel, oxygen and heat. Wood, coal, cooking gas and petrol are some examples of fuel. Oxygen comes from the air. That is why when you blow on smoldering, burning slowly without flame, okay, paper, it often bursts into flame. The third things needed to make fire is heat. Fuel and oxygen do not make fire by themselves, or else a newspaper or a stick lying in the open would catch fire on its own. To burn a piece of paper or wood, okay, let me explain this. So three things we are needing, I mean, so we need to make fire, that is fuel, oxygen and heat. So this is the second question I will ask. First question I will ask, that what is fire. Second, what are the three things required for a fire? Wood, coal, cooking gas and petrol are the example of fuel. Okay, oxygen comes from the air. Okay, so these are the things which is like you have to remember it. Now it is given example when we are blowing smoldering, okay, paper, जो पेपर हम लोग उड़ाते हैं ना, it often burst into flame. वो हमेशा आग में मीन्स बदल जाता है, ठीक है, धीरे धीरे. थर्ड थिंग नीड टू मेक फायर इज हीट. और फायर को करने के लिए हीट गर्म करना मीन्स मैंडेटरी है. फ्यूल एंड ऑक्सीजन डू नॉट मेक फायर बाई दमसेल्फ. फ्यूल और एयर अपने आप तो आग नहीं लगा लेंगे. इट नीड सम लाइक समथिंग विच where we have to like stick something or we have to heat it, and afterwards it will catch fire. To burn a piece of paper or a wood, we heat it before it catches fire. We generally do it with the lighted match also. Yes, for matching a means for lighting a match stick from the matchbox, we just rub उसको गर्म जब तक नहीं करेंगे, गर्म जब तक नहीं करेंगे, it won't light, it won't become a fire. Okay, so if you want to the for the fire to produce, you just have to keep in your mind that three things is really necessary: fuel, air and what is that? Fuel, air and oxygen. Okay, fuel, air and heat, air heat. तो हीट इज़ द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग, बिकॉज इन तीनों में से कोई भी एक चीज़ गायब रहेगा तो फायर विल नॉट टेक प्लेस. ओके, every fuel has a particular temperature at which it begins to burn. This temperature is called the flash point or kindling temperature of the fuel. मतलब कौन से स्टेज में जाकर वो आग बहुत जल्दी पकड़ ले, है ना, when कौन से टेम्परेचर पे जाकर इट विल कैच द फायर ईजिली. सो सारे फ्यूल्स के अलग अलग टेम्परेचर सेट होते हैं. ओके, and it is said to be the flash point. So this is the third question I say, what is the flash point and what is the another name for this flash point? It is sometimes said that fire is a good servant but a bad master. It only means that fire is very useful as long as it keep under control. Yes, अगर आग को कंट्रोल करके रखेंगे then everything is in under control. But when we just uh, we don't take care of this fire or doing something मीन्स इससे थोड़ा नज़र हटाकर अगर कोई काम कर रहे तो इट विल सडनली कैच फायर, राइट. सो फायर इज़ अ गुड सर्वेंट बट ए बैड मास्टर. वो सर्वेंट अच्छा है लेकिन अगर वो सबके ऊपर आ गया तो इट इज़ अ बैड मास्टर. So, why I will ask you why this fire is considered as a friend but as a foe. Why? For instances, we use it to cook our food, warm our homes in winter, and to generate electricity. But on the other hand, if fire gets out of control, it can be very dangerous. Each year, thousands of homes and shops are damaged by fire. Vast areas, means huge areas of forest are also destroyed, and hundreds of people are killed or injured. So these are the things happen because of the fire. And nowadays we everyone have to be like um, we have to take very much care about this fire. And even as it is written that how we generate electricity, but on the other hand उसे control करना it is very dangerous. So once in hand, when you want to control it, we have to use it carefully and keep the things which will catch fire easily, keep that things away from the children. Okay, just as three things are needed to start a fire, there are three main ways in which a fire can be put out. In each one of the three things needed for burning is taken place. Now there are three stages in that. You can click the picture. You can just take the great care of that, right. You can take great care by means because it can be dangerous sometime now. And most of the means forests are also destroyed and hundreds of people are killed or injured with the help of this फायर, है ना. हमेशा हर बार कुछ ना कुछ पीपल इस फायर की चपेट में आके दे लूज देयर लाइफ. Just as three things are needed to start a fire, there are three main ways in which a fire can be put out. In each one of the three things needed for burning is taken away. So now we had seen how fire catches, right? What are the ways it catches the fire, right? But now okay, but now we'll see that how this fire need to put out. Okay, fire need to put out, like the fire means the things which will put out the fire. For example, we can take away the fuel. If the fire has no fuel to feed on, no burning can take place. We often let a fire die out simply by not adding more fuel to it. Yes, first what we can do, अगर कहीं पर आग लगा हुआ है, just remove the fuel from that house or the place. अगर फ्यूल नहीं होगा तो अपने आप आग बंद हो जाएगा, लेकिन अगर फ्यूल होगा तो इसका मतलब ये है कि आग में और फ्यूल डाल देंगे और मिक्स हो जाएगा तो उससे और भी नुकसान हो सकता है ना. The second way of putting out a fire is to prevent oxygen from reaching it. Yes, for preventing fire place, what we have to do, as we know, um, oxygen, heat, and fuel are needed for burning a fire, right? अगर फ्यूल है और वहाँ पे हीट है तो ऑक्सीजन अगर नहीं देंगे, एयर पास नहीं होने देंगे तो आग नहीं लगेगा. ठीक है, तो आग क्या होगा, बंद हो जाएगा. Small fire can be put out or smoothed with a damp blanket or a sack. This stops oxygen reaching the burning material. Sometimes carbon dioxide is used to extinguish fire. It does not allow oxygen to reach the burning material. Now, जो ये फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर से, ये कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड होता है इसमें, अगर कहीं फायर हो गया तो वी जस्ट स्प्रे दैट। स्प्रे करने से क्या होता है कि जो ऑक्सीजन है वो उसे नहीं मिलता है फायर को, और वो अपने आप वहाँ पे मर जाता है, मीन्स डाई हो जाता है वो फायर, है ना। तो वेन एवर अगर ऐसा कुछ होता है तो जस्ट मेक श्योर कि वहाँ पे हवा नहीं जाए, वरना और आग लगेगा। And now the third way of putting out of a fire is to remove the heat. If the temperature can be brought down below the flash point, the fuel stops burning. Yes, the flash point था कि वो एक अपना अपना लेवल, इतना अपना टेम्परेचर होता है किसी भी फ्यूल को जलने के लिए। तो अगर उस फ्लैश पॉइंट से नीचे आ जाएगा तो फायर स्टॉप हो जाएगा। You blow on a burning matchstick or a candle to put it out. Okay, in doing so you remove the hot air around the flame, burning down its temperature below the flash point. Yes, अभी देखो, अगर कैंडल ब्लो कर रहा है, उसके चारों तरफ अगर हम लोग अपना हैंड या कुछ भी रखते हैं तो एयर कांटेक्ट में नहीं आएगा, है ना। एयर कांटेक्ट में नहीं आएगा और हीट कम हो जाएगा और फ्लैश पॉइंट से वो नीचे आ जाएगा। और इट इज़ द वे टू मीन्स restrict, or we can save, we can leave safe with the fire. Okay. And sometimes water is sprayed on a fire. It absorbs heat from the burning fuel and lower the temperature. The blanket of water also cuts off the supply of oxygen and the fire is extinguished. Yes, मीन्स कभी आग लग गया तो उसके ऊपर अगर आप शॉल दे सकते हो, या फिर लाइक समथिंग लाइक सैंड और समथिंग विच इज़ लाइक वाटर, है ना। तो ये क्या होता है, ये आपके उस फायर के दिस फ्लैश पॉइंट को कम कर देता है, जिससे कि पता नहीं चलता है ना। The blanket of water also cuts off the supply of oxygen and the fire is extinguished, है ना। और दूर से भी फायर ही मीन्स दूर से भी वी ओनली ट्राई टू put out the fire just to put the blanket over it, है ना। ब्लैंकेट जैसे उसके ऊपर रखेंगे, it will not allow to pass the air or the oxygen in it, and that's the reason what will happen, the um, yes, the fire will get put off, right. So these are the ways we have seen, first, second, third ways, and earlier also we have seen the instances and how and what is fire and all, whatever the things I have asked in this video. I will ask these questions in the WhatsApp group also, so kindly care about this and make sure you will know the answer. Okay, so guys, bye everyone and have a nice day to all, and we'll meet in the next session, next class, and we'll complete the chapter. Okay, and so bye everyone, and find out the word meanings which are difficult for you. Okay, so bye everyone, have a nice day to all.